Hey friends, it's me, Erin, your friendly neighborhood energy alchemist. And today I've had a lot of questions about the Schumann Resonance and what am I looking at and how do I know all this? So I'm going to tell you. There are several graphs that I look at to help figure out what's going on in addition to going into meditation and asking. So this is the common graph. And as you can see, we got a little bit of energy coming in here. I don't know what time, I have to blow the graph up, but this is the timeline shift. This is the ripple, the correction. We got a little spike on the back end followed by this piece of energy. So this is the common graph that everybody looks at, but it's not the only thing I look at. This is another graph. This is the actual heartbeat of Mother Earth. This graph almost always, at least as far as I know, has the same pattern, and it is a heartbeat. So I always check this to see if there's been like a palpitation, like a little skip in a heartbeat. And as you can see, even with the timeline shift, that is not the case. The heartbeat has been nice and steady, which is what we want, right? Heartbeat is good. The other graph I look at looks like this, and this has several lines of frequency on it. What this tells me is where is the target of this energy going. So for example, you see how this has a little tiny spike here, but when you look up, there's nothing above it. That tells me that little spike that we saw on the graph after the time shift, that little tiny one that looks way up at the top, was actually for the root, because that's the only thing that's coming forward. When it's for full body, all of the lines are together. You can also see where the timeline shift, which is right here. It's hard to see on the graph, but that's where it is. So this is how I know if it's for crown, third eye, lower, full body. This is where I'm looking. That little spike that I said was for the root, it's right here, this little tiny guy. All of this energy on the graph is all trapped up in the crown and third eye area. That tells me that you are receiving here and it's supposed to filter down. Now, if you have density in any of your chakras, it will keep it from filtering down very easily. And that's where some of the symptoms can come in. Headache, fullness in the head, ringing in the ears, froggy throat, coughing, post-nasal drip. All of this comes from density trying to work its way out as the energy tries to work its way down. But as a claircognizant, a lot of the information I receive comes straight from my guides through meditation. If something comes up in the graph that I don't recognize, like the ripple, which was the first time I'd ever seen it after this timeline shift, I went into meditation and asked my guides, what does this mean? And that's where the information came through. So no, I'm not a geologist. Yes, I am an intuitive. I don't like the word psychic. I feel like it has pretty negative connotations, but I am an intuitive and I am in alignment with myself, and I do communicate with my guides pretty regularly. And by pretty regularly, I mean like all day long. The other question I heard was, how do I know if I was going forward with this timeline shift? If you saw the video about the timeline shift, then you are in resonance with it. When you are not in resonance with something that is vibrational, it can make you uncomfortable and you often can't understand what they're saying. It's like trying to read a book and for some reason you just can't wrap your mind around the concept. It's not in resonance with where you are in your vibration right now. Also, everybody can experience every shift differently depending on the amount of density you are holding in your body. If you have a lot of density in your body and it's a crown shot, like trying to come to the crown, you can get a lot more physical symptoms because it can't integrate. Or if you have a lot of density in, let's say, your sacral chakra, and you're trying to integrate, that can also produce a lot of physical symptoms like stomach aches, back aches, all kinds of stuff. Hip tightness, that's a big one, because the density is preventing the integration of the new energy. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not right or wrong. Just understand everybody's experience is going to be very different and unique to them, and the amount of work you need to do or have done on yourself helps determine how well the energy integrates and how quickly it integrates. That's the down and dirty. Just letting you know. Hope you have a great day.